Oh shit! I was gonna start singing the iCarly theme song.
It's like a self-fulfilling prophecy.
They let me back on. They let me GM something on this channel again. I was given this permission. Hi everybody, welcome to Girls Run These Worlds. My name is Nox. My pronouns are she, her, hers, and I am the GM for the very first in our holiday one-shots. Welcome back, my beloveds, to Las Estrellas. If you don't know what I'm talking about, hi, my name's Nox. In February of this year, I hosted GM'd my very first ever campaign, which was a Kids on Brooms campaign called School to Stars that was set in the town of Las Estrellas. And we are back in the setting 7 years, I can do math, before the events of that campaign. But before we get into that, I have a really awesome cast to introduce. Hello, really awesome cast. Please share your names, your pronouns, your character's name, your character's pronouns, your character's playbook. Okay, we're gonna start with Sophia.
Hi everyone, I am Sophia, and tonight I am playing Meadow, and she is the unlikely ally. What was the other? Was there more that you wanted us to share?
Pronouns.
Oh, yeah, thank you. And my pronouns are she, her, and Meadows are also she, her.
Next is Jilly.
Hi, it's me. My name is Jilly. You can find me at Oh Look It's Jilly most places on the internet. My pronouns are she, her, and I am playing Catriona Vryn, otherwise known as Cat, whose pronouns are also she, her. Catriona is is a reluctant oracle. That is the playbook, and I am here.
And we have Anne.
Hi, I'm Anne. My pronouns are she, her. I'm the community ambassador here at Girls Run These Worlds. I am also a Las Estrellas super fan. Back in February, I was all over School of the Stars, and now I get to play in a prequel? What is my life? I will be playing Claire Hotchkiss, the daring athlete. Her pronouns are she, they. She's, they're trying to figure themselves out in this whole situation.
And with that said, are you ready? All right. We enter on a beam of starlight. And as we travel through the sky, and as our light shines, we go over oceans, over deserts, and we go into the mountains. And we find a group of people traveling up these mountains, helping each other climb, helping each other find their ways through the trees. And we watch them find a clearing, unsure of what to do next, unsure of whether their adventure, their journey for a new life ends here. One girl steps forward and looks at us. And it's in that moment that we know that the stars will be with this people. As generations continue, we will always be with this people. And we will give them abilities that they never knew they could have. And we shine down as our light touches this girl. Flowers, roses erupt from her feet, and a town is formed known as Las Estrellas. And this is the day that Rosa Flores found the town. We journey as the stars through years and generations, watching as the Flores family and the rest of Las Estrellas grows and grows and grows as they build academies to teach each other what they learn about these newfound powers that we have given them. And there is one day a year where our connection is strongest, where we really are one with the residents. And that is the winter solstice, the shortest day of the year, the longest night, and the time when stars and magic really come out to play. The morning of the solstice, we wake and we're going to start in Lyra House, the tallest tower covered in belladonna flowers. We journey through to the dorms, and it is there that we find one of our players. It is there that we find Meadow. Meadow, what are you doing early in the morning?
Early in the morning. Meadow has got her like blanket up over her head, and she's got a flashlight or is using her wand to make light, and she is drawing on her sketch pad.
Do you know what she would be drawing?
She's just practicing like just drawing in frame for like a comic.
Okay. Um, you your room it's just you in there, being in a separate room from the rest of the actual like university students. As a high schooler, um, most of the high schoolers of course live in town, being that almost everyone except for you and your group of friends is from Las Estrellas. And you can hear the sound of everyone getting ready for the day throughout Lyra. And then you hear a knock on your door.
She stuffs the sketch pad under her pillow and yells out, "Who is it?"
Um, it's Max. It's let me in. Can I come in? Actually, I'm just up, and you hear the fluttering of wings.
Uh, oh, 1 second.
Yeah,
Uh,
I'm sorry. I didn't want to bust in case you weren't like ready or decent. Not that you're not decent like a person. I'm gonna shut up now.
as this is going on, Meadow opens the door.
And you see uh very she's really tall and she's flying with her moth wings a little bit in the air and is looking at you with red eyes as you stare at Maxine Palia, who is Professor Palia's daughter, one of the members of the Mothman family.
Um, hi.
Hey,
What's up?
I just wanted to see if you wanted to. I don't know. It's gonna be a busy day and everything, and we don't know what the tasks are yet. But maybe you wanted to. I mean, practice magic during breakfast or something.
Um, oh, yeah, absolutely. Give me a moment to get dressed, and then we'll we'll uh we'll go do that.
Yeah, sorry, I didn't mean to wake you up. And you see a flicker of light like twirl around her as her familiar, a firefly named Luce, um, buzzes around and lands on her shoulder and just blinks at you.
I'm sorry. What was the familiar's name again?
Luce, Luz. It literally just
Uh,
means light.
okay. It was, uh, yeah. Just I was awake. I just hadn't gotten out of bed yet. Yeah. Just give me one moment.
Okay, yeah, I'll not wait outside your door. That would be creepy. I'll. I'm gonna be in the common room. Bye. And she flies off. You can hear her kind of muttering, "That was really dumb of you, Maxine. What were you thinking?" As she just flies down. Luce blinks at you and then flies back down. And inside your dorm, you hear a really sleepy whoop, whoop, whoop.
Nice of you to wake up, milkshake. Are you gonna come with me to practice, or are you gonna stay up here?
Whoop,
Okay.
whoop, whoop, whoop.
Yeah, I thought so. Uh, right. As she'll like start rustling through her clothes, getting dressed, getting her boots on, and such.
Milkshake like lightly taps on your hand, and looks at you. Whoop,
Oh, right. Food. Right.
whoop,
Where did I put that?
whoop.
She'll run around the room trying to remember where she put Milkshake's food. Eventually finding it and leaving her some breakfast.
Not only does Milkshake do the owl thing where they turn their head, um, but at the same time manages to roll their eyes and just looks at you, pecks your hand again, whoop, and starts eating as you get ready for the day. All right. Um, do you think you would go for any of your friends, or do you think you would go meet up with, try to meet Maxine?
Yeah, she would go meet Maxie.
Okay. You as you go down the stairs, everyone's rushing around. Some people accidentally bump into you. You can hear the sound of the middle schoolers starting to come in. The middle schoolers who have already decided to pick a focus. You hear the light sounds of an explosion as you see a tabby cat flying away from a singed mark on the carpet, and you hear a voice go, "I had nothing to do with that." Just random, but things that constantly happen in Lyra. Um, and Vaccine's waiting there for you, uh, kind of just hovering over the singed spot and just staring at it, and then looking back at a younger student, the one that yelled, "I didn't do that," before just going, "You know what? This not my problem. Not my problem. Not my problem. Nope. Okay." Before turning around and seeing you. Oh, are you ready?
Uh, yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Uh, yeah. Um, yeah. Okay. Uh, so food or practice first?
Um, food.
Food. Let's get food. Okay. Do you want to ride?
Uh, yeah, sure.
And she picks you up and tells you to hold on as she flies you through the school. And with that, as you fly past the entrance to another tower, we are going to visit another one of our transfer students. As we pass by the second tallest tower at school, we go inside, and there are calla lilies everywhere. As we go into the high school dorm there, and we see Claire, who is what is Claire doing?
Um, okay, just as a clarification, what time would you say it is? Like 6
Uh,
a.m.? 7?
yeah, we'll say it's like 6 a.m. It's an early day because of the fact that it's the solstice.
Okay, so at this point, there is a tea under a redhead that jumps out of bed. It's almost very comical and anime-like. It's just like, it's the solstice. Does Clarence Knox?
Hmm. Does
How
what?
many roommates are there? Claire have roommates.
Claire has one roommate who is currently sleeping. It's Aisha.
Oh, it's Aisha.
Yeah.
Um, she at first does that outburst, and then she looks over at the bed, where Aisha is still sleeping, and then she quietly rips pulls the blanket off of her and just um starts very kind of uh hyper and excited, starts scrambling to get ready, and uh looks over her shoulder and opts not to wake Aisha just yet. But instead she just when she's ready, grabs her broom and just she's basically moving like a blur.
Hmm.
And within 10 minutes, she's ready to go out and fly and, get warmed up, practice. Um,
Hmm.
and then she hears a very loud, almost um, cartoonish grumbling of her stomach, and she's mumbles to herself, breakfast. Yeah, I guess I gotta go do that.
As you say breakfast, you see a flash of color go past you, and then you hear tweet, 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 tweet.
And then she just goes, yeah, Melody. Okay, so breakfast. And then we're going to go for a few laps. Yes. I know. Okay. Shh. Okay. Okay. I know. I gotta slow down. But today is the shortest day of the year, and there's so much going on, and like it's this kind of dynamic where like slow down, but she's like gotta go, and she holds her hand out and sees if Melody will land and like relax. Just says, okay, and then she says, all right, let's go for breakfast, take some time. Okay, and then she just kind of gently pets Melody and says, but I'm going to do some laps after breakfast. And then she gently kind of offers the shoulder for Melody to hang on, and then tries to quietly and calmly walk to the uh, the mess hall, the cafeteria,
Dining hall.
Dining hall. Yes, I forget words. The dining hall. She's heading towards the dining hall. She also leaves a note for Aisha that says, uh, great flight last night. You're doing great. And then leaves it on, and then signs it C with a heart. And then leaves it on Aisha's side table as a, like feedback from the midnight lesson before she goes off for breakfast.
All right, you're gonna have the first roll of the game as
Oh,
you head
no.
to breakfast.
Okay. My dice are cursed. Let's see.
Roll me flight.
Light? Okay. I can do that. This isn't broom related, is it?
Are you on your broom heading to breakfast?
If we're inside, probably not. Let me see. Flight, so that's a +1. Let's go. 7.
All right. With the 7, you're heading down to breakfast, and all of a sudden, Melody just starts going, tweet, 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 tweet.
Wait, what? Hold on.
And
what's going on?
As you turn to look at her, you bump into somebody on a broom.
Oh my God. Are we inside? We're inside,
You're
right?
inside. Yes, you're inside.
And they bump into me with the broom, right?
They're on their broom.
Oh my goodness.
Are you okay?
Yep. I just my bird wanted a nice calm walk, so I didn't use the broom, and she picks up the broom, her bright purple and yellow broom, like flashy looking broom, and just picks it up and says, it's all right, I'm good. And she stretches.
Claire. And from their broom, they kind of help you pick up your broom, and you see in front of you another like generally tall person, and you know this to be Caesar Molina, who happens to be on the he's both on pro dueling and the pro dodgeball team.
See Claire get a little flustered, and she says, hi, yeah, Claire, yes, that's my name.
Yeah. Did I give you a concussion? Do we need to go see that? Okay, I can take you to the nurse.
No, we're not going. We're not going to the nurse. I'm okay. I promise. I tried to avoid going to the nurse after that incident last year. I don't
Oh,
want to go. Please don't make me. Um, it's okay.
Wait, did we add her? Is she here now? Are you on stream with us now? Okay. Really quick break. Hi, everyone. We have Anita. Anita, do you want to introduce yourself?
I'm so sorry. It seemed like there was a dramatic moment. It's fine. Hi, everyone. I'm Anita. I'll be playing Aisha. Aisha has a vitamin D deficiency, and it's okay. Back to you, Knox.
Quick update. Bestie, you're asleep. Claire left a note for you on your bedside table that says, "Good job on the flying last night," and it's signed with a heart and the letter C. Okay, so back to this awkward encounter.
We don't have to go see. We don't have to go to the nerd. I think Marigold's around. I mean, I know she's like 12, but like
as long as she's discreet, I don't care. I just don't want to go back to the nurse.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Do you
I'm
wanna?
I'm fine. I'm fine though. Like really, I'm okay. Am I okay?
Claire, I thought you might have forgotten your name.
No.
Unless you just forget your name often.
No. Oh my gosh! And then you see Claire, her cheeks go bright red. It's just like, she looks down, says, "I'm okay. I promise. I promise."
Okay, how about we get food and then we see if you need to see Marigold?
Sure. And then she looks at her hummingbird familiar. She looks at Melody with a very apologetic look. I'm sorry, I should have been paying attention. Wait, was that I told you so in hummingbird? Oh my god. Claire just looks at Caesar and says, I mean, if you don't mind the company, I'll join you.
He just goes, yeah, we don't mind. And you see, kind of perched on the top of his broom is just a snake wrapped around the handle.
Yeah, and I think Claire acknowledges the snake and then says, I'm going to do a few laps around the course after breakfast if you wanted to join me.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, that sounds great. And as you both continue walking, you eventually get, because you were going downstairs, you get on solid ground, and the broom lowers, and once his feet touches the ground, his broom turns into a nice wooden cane that his snake Gilbert wraps around, and he uses the cane to walk next to you as you both enter the dining hall. And with that, I say you pass one more tower, the shortest tower of them all, as we enter inside Andromeda House and go to the dorm of one Catriona. Jilly, do you want to say what Kat's doing this early in the morning?
Kat is, I think, like passed out on her bed, like face down, drooling on her pillow. She doesn't sleep well, because of the dreams. So, she is like, I think there is a sloth hanging from one of the bedposts. And I think I would like it if narratively they're kind of like snoring in rhythm. Like there's a tiny little sloth snore, and then like her making a sound, just like a she sounds kind of like an espresso machine, steaming milk. Like if you go to Starbucks in the C's, corporations suck. But if you go to a coffee shop and they're steaming eggnog, then it's kind of like the plane taking off noise, right? Eggnog is, I worked as a barista for a while. It's a loud thing. This is what the sound is like. And I think whatever the equivalent of the alarm clock that has been set is, it's just like vibrating on her bedside table, just like it's supposed to be waking her up. It is not.
Yeah, I'll say that your equivalent of an alarm here is roll me a d12.
Okay. Where's my d12? I don't usually roll those. Where are you? There you are. Okay. That is a 12.
All right, your equivalent of an alarm clock is a handheld mirror
Okay.
that
And it's just buzzing.
It's literally vibrating, and there are like ripples on the glass.
Yeah. And I think you just keep hearing, like, maybe there's an occasional sloth sniff. And then I think eventually, like, Quick probably hears it before I do. Quick is the name of my sloth. KWIK, for those wondering. And he hears it first and probably drops onto the bed, which is what wakes Cat up. Why didn't you wake me up? I guess you did wake me up. Okay. I need to. Okay.
Sloth noises.
Well, we got. I need some coffee.
A cup of coffee. Very slowly.
Sloth coffee. I really love this look for you, but maybe a different look later today. But be the best sloth you can be. And I think Cat just like sips and then sip. You think it's gonna be like a delicate sip? It is not. It is a chug.
Gestures outside the window at the sky.
Yeah. I guess. I think she, like, again, in like pajamas, like reaches under her bed for a broom that is very much in the like traditional witch broom like aesthetic, but is very clearly like lacquered and like more expensive. It's made to look old rather than actually being old. It's like fake antique. And she pulls it out and says, probably I should probably change clothes.
And just slowly hands you your school uniform.
Yeah, and I think Cat equally slowly puts it on. I think she just does this and lets the sloth dress her. This is very, I see this as very Rapunzel in the beginning of Tangled.
I actually, first thing I thought of when you were talking.
Yeah.
I'm getting Tangled vibes. And as Quick is helping you get dressed, that you hear a series of knocks at the door.
Come in.
And the door opens, and kind of looking mostly at the ground is a young girl with her hair in pigtails and orange ribbons and flowers throughout her hair. And you would know this to be Marigold Flores, the youngest of the sisters that runs the town, who is also a healing. She's already declared that she's going to be going into healing, so you actually have a couple of classes with her, despite the fact that she's 12.
What's up, Goldie?
Oh, I just wanted to. It's the solstice, and I wanted to make sure that you didn't ignore your alarm, which I thought you would. Hi, Quick.
I would never ignore my alarm. How dare you suggest such a thing?
You do it literally every day.
Well, we don't have to go. Some things belong in the past, Goldie.
Okay, but did you do it today?
I don't think that that's relevant to our current situation.
I think it's kind of relevant to the conversation that we are.
Did you have
currently
something
having.
you wanted to add?
I
Or
wanted to wake you up so that you wouldn't be like you and your group could get
I
together.
appreciate it. Quick was helping me. Quick, say hi.
Hi, Quick. Yeah, I just wanted to make sure that you were awake and ready, and that you didn't procrastinate getting together with your team, so that way, and then also I know that Aisha has to wake up like a little bit later, so I didn't know if you wanted to grab her breakfast or like go wake her up, or
See, when you say it like that, it indicates to me that you would like me to do those things. I'll go get breakfast.
I don't know what you want from me.
It's
I
fine.
was just trying to be a good friend.
No, you're great. You're precious, and I think that she pats Goldie on the head as she walks past.
As you do, marigold petals literally fall from her head, and she goes, "Oh, oh, oh!" And Quick is trying to climb and accidentally grabs his arm and their arm instead of the pole. It starts to fall, and you see a series of marigold petals catch Quick and carry them over to you, where they just wrap themselves around your arm.
Careful, Quickie.
All right. And with that, what would Cat want to do first thing in the morning?
I mean, I guess I'll go get breakfast. And it's been indicated to me that in order to be a good friend, I need to go make sure that my teammates are awake.
All right, so we have 3 of you at breakfast.
I will grab a plate for Aisha.
Okay.
With like the stuff that I know we hang out, so like I know we're like friends, okay? And I know what vaguely to get, probably.
Yeah, you all go and sit down in the hall. It's decorated in stars as usual, and flowers, and you can see the giant statue of a woman that you've come to know is Rosa Flores, is covered in belladonna plants to indicate that Lyra House is currently winning and in the best standing. Um, and you know that the competition, how well you each do, will help your house maybe pull ahead if you do well. So no pressure to anybody. There's lots of pressure. And you're all there as the door opens and the 3 sisters walk forward to the front. The redhead, leading the pack essentially, sits in the tallest chair in the middle and goes, "Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for coming in so early today." for today's solstice. And you know that this is the head of, well, Meadow especially would know who this is as the head of her house. This is Bella Flores, the mayor of Las Estrellas. And she looks at you all and goes, now we have 3 teams assembled for today's festivities. We want to make sure that those 3 teams know to meet now. I would suggest that, as we will be getting together the minute that the sun goes down to begin tonight's activities. Everyone in Lyra House, no pressure, but we are currently in the lead, and if you lose that, there will be hell to pay. However, I do welcome Cassiopeia and Andromeda to do your best. I'm sure that you are all capable students and will do my sisters proud in your own ways.
I think Claire, hearing this, is Caesar in the same house as Claire? I just want a clarification. Or
sorry, you said clarification. I immediately went like clarification. I'm funny. Caesar is. Oh, I did have this written down. Caesar's actually a protection major. So he's in the same house as Kat.
Andromeda.
But
okay.
he is a offensive and dueling minor.
Okay, so because Claire is Claire and this is how she flirts, she will look at Caesar and say, "It looks like it's a race to the top. Good luck today," as she is finishing up her meal. Like, she's very competitive, but also playful about it.
He kind of just laughs a bit as he's eating, and goes, "Oh, don't worry. I'm sure I'll be right behind you."
When she says, "Well, you are speaking to fastest high schooler on a broom," and she's, awkward and trying to flirt, but she just sounds like she's bragging a little bit.
I can only hope to catch up to you, Claire. Good luck today. I'll see you on the pitch. I'm going to go meet with my team for a second so that we can kick your team's butt.
We'll see about that.
Pressure.
You want to make a bet on that?
He was about to turn to walk away and then turns back at you and goes, "What are you willing to bet?"
How about dinner? Loser buys the winner dinner in town.
I didn't even know you brought money with you. That's okay. Okay, sounds good. I'm glad to know you're prepared.
I've been here a year. Hopefully, I've learned a thing or two. And she just says, "Good luck later."
I taught you a thing or two. And then he goes, "Good luck," and walks away. I can't be serious when Anita's reacting. He's going to walk over he's actually going to walk over towards Maxine. So before that happens, we'll say as Claire is talking to Caesar, Meadow, anything you want to say, do, etc. before Caesar comes to steal Maxine away for a second. You are muted.
Every time. I think Meadow is sort of just babbling about like, oh, I mean, what do you think the tasks are going to be? Do you think they're going to be super difficult this time, or?
Odds or evens?
Evens.
All right, Sophia, you get to roll a d6.
Okay. I rolled a 1.
Okay. Maxine looks out over at you. My dad is on the. Apparently, he was talking to Lily about the tasks. God damn it! I can't believe I made this a thing. Do you ever feel like something's watching you?
Yeah.
How good are you at running?
I'm better at standing my ground.
All I can say you should probably work on evasion a little bit and keep an eye out. But don't worry, it's not dangerous.
Okay. Thanks for the tip. I'll keep that in mind.
Don't worry. You have your team, and besides, I'll still be there.
Good.
It's that moment that Caesar comes over and Maxine goes, I'll help you with that evading once I get to talk to my team for a little bit. I'll find you. And smiles and walks off with Caesar. And we go to Kat, who is, I believe you said you are collecting a plate for Aisha.
Yes, it has been indicated to me that that is the way to be a good person, and so that is what I'm going to do. Also, I do want to know because Kat, if she doesn't want to do something, is going to have claimed to have had a vision that she shouldn't do it, but I do want to know if there is anything that I actually had a vision about.
Odds or evens?
Odds. I do have a move that I can use to spend to get actual answers, but I'm getting what I can for free first.
Of course. You're getting things, putting together a plate, and Miracle's walking by, but something feels off, and she accidentally bumps into you. And in that moment, you're not in the hall anymore, and you're walking along shattered glass in front of a large mirror. You need to get out.
Oh, creepy doll voice. Hate that.
It's not safe anymore. Tonight's the night.
I'm about to do a dangerous challenge thing. So yes, literally tonight is the night.
The challenge isn't anything compared to what will happen at the end.
What would that be?
The end.
Uh-huh.
You all need to get out.
Of
Las Estrellas.
Have I had any visions like this before?
Odds or evens.
Evens.
You have. You've had. There's something familiar about the voice that's kind of like tickling the back of your brain in a way that is like uncomfortable, but you know that it's familiar. And you know that you've heard vague phrases throughout your time in Las Estrellas. But you've never been able to hear this as clearly. And as you continue walking in your vision, the glass turns into thorns. And there are vines everywhere surrounding the broken frame of this mirror. And you can't tell where the glass starts and where the thorns begin. In the mirror, you know you have definitely seen. It is that moment that you hear a low, mournful howl.
Sorry, Treacle's downstairs and would love to provide that, but he's very busy right now. Okay. Thorns, mirror, shattering, the end. Who is near me right now? Aside from Marigold.
In the... Well, you're surrounded by various people. So you, on your right is, there's a young girl named Elena and her brother Jeremy. There's across from you is a flying cat with a potion in its mouth and a young boy who is giving her directions on where to send it. There's a person to your left with a shark that keeps popping in and out of the ink on their skin. There's various groups of people.
Okay. I don't want to tell the 12-year-old about this. That seems mean.
There's also Lily, the head of your house and the head of the school.
I guess the question is who knows about my visions, right?
Who would Kat tell?
I think, well, Aisha knows about the visions, but I don't know that they're at the like sharing all of their thoughts phase yet.
Knowing what I know about Kat and Aisha, that's very funny to me that they're not there yet.
Right. Well, that is the great cosmic irony. But I guess what Kat is looking for is an adultier adult, but there really isn't one that she feels like she can go talk to. So I think who teaches divination here?
Who teaches divination? Actually, the girl the twins next to, or the kids next to you, their mom, Irma, is the divination teacher.
Is she here at breakfast?
She is. She's up at front talking to Professor Polia, Maxine's dad.
So,
very noticeable, he is a moth. He's the Oracle teacher.
Oh, yeah, okay. I'm going to go talk to them, which is notable because Kat has steadfastly avoided taking any of their classes, like, has not interacted with them at all. She is not interested in taking, like, the Understand Your Dream 101 class. And I think she's just gonna go up to them and say, "Excuse me, I'm so sorry to interrupt your breakfast."
Hey, Kat.
Hi. So I know we haven't talked really ever. I'm Kat, you know that. And just wondering if someone has like a vision of impending doom and like shattered glass and like thorns and stuff, is that like, should I just go back to bed? Like the creepy voice saying you should leave, everybody should leave, is that like a thing we should be concerned about?
They both kind of look at each other and then look at you for a second and go, and it's Mothman who speaks up.
Great.
He goes, well, that's the thing about visions, is that they can have multiple different meanings, although the voice
This is why I don't take the class. Yes.
Yeah. Well, if you would take the class, we would help you, figure that
It's
out.
fine. I do just fine anyway.
You're doing just fine, which is why you're okay.
All I'm saying is don't be surprised if the world ends today, because it's fine. I'm just making someone aware of the situation. That way
Irma kind of looks at you and goes, yeah, he's being nicer and less blunt than I would. I'd be very blunt in the sense of that. Yeah, that sounds like some fucked up shit's gonna happen.
I mean, I don't mind blunt. Blunt is fine.
Yeah, I tend to prefer it. So, yeah, there's lots of different meanings. However, most of those meanings aren't necessarily positive. Although thorns can be a symbol of protection. Most sharp things can.
I mean, there's thorns. There's also like shattered mirrors, which are a recurring theme. There's the creepy doll voice. There's a lot going on. Is what
any
I'm
of these things new?
The combination of them is new. Usually it's
Okay.
just like a couple of them at the same time. But the voice is really emphasizing that it's going to be today. So, like, that's maybe an object. Maybe we postpone? See if the world ends?
Solstice.
I mean, did we try, though?
Have we tried postponing the position of the universe and or of the world and its relativity to the sun and just how time works with day and night? No, Catriona, we have not tried that.
We're magic.
We're magic, but that's bad. Okay. We talked about blood. This is gonna come across rude. We literally don't have the time for me to explain all of the different reasons why that would not be a good idea.
Okay, well, you know what?
Like, it's genuinely. That's not like me trying to be like, that's like, there's so many reasons why that would be a bad idea.
You keep apologizing for being rude, but you should understand that I'm ruder than you, so you don't need to worry about it.
I highly doubt that, but okay. But okay, so that's fine. But no, we can't postpone the solstice because we really.
Generally, I like to ignore these dreams because they're just really irritating. But the timing and the specific nature of this one made me feel like I should maybe like tell somebody about it. So you're glad the chosen ones. Congrats.
Thank you. Great power comes with great responsibility or some shit. I don't know. Anyways. Thank you for telling us.
Yeah.
How are you doing right now?
I'm really tired.
That makes sense. It's really early in the morning. I don't know why we woke up this early.
I want to go back to bed is what I want. Also, I have a sloth hanging from my arm.
Oh, that's a lovely sloth. Hello.
His name's Quick.
Hi, Quick. So going to sleep will probably invite more dreams. So that is an option, I guess, if you would prefer that.
You don't have to tell me. This is my familiar.
So if you go to sleep, you'll probably get more dreams, which just seems like you want to avoid.
I mean, I generally try to avoid the dreams whenever possible, except when I don't.
Yeah. Okay. Aren't you in the tasks today? Like, aren't you part of a team?
Yes, this is why Treacle make good life decisions. This is why generally I'm just like, trying to vibe or whatever. But when something very specific and pointed happens, I try to not, just go blithely on without at least notifying someone that something potentially. Basically, I'm trying to absolve myself of the responsibility, is what's happening here.
Okay, got it. You're trying to just wash your hands. It's my problem now?
Yes. Precisely.
Okay.
You understand the situation exactly.
Yes. Okay, that's acceptable because you're a teenager. However, when you're an adult, you do realize you have to actually handle this, right?
We'll see about that.
Okay. Go do the tasks and let me know if you get any more.
Treacle, crimes. How dare. Look at this little fuzzy criminal.
Go do your tasks.
Treacle, what do you...
And I'm going to say at the sound
He has a $20 bill. Please hold on.
I'm going to say is at this moment, we're going to say that breakfast has gone on for 2 hours and it's now 8 o'clock. And it's that moment that everyone starts to file out and starts to return. Some people return back to their dorms, to their towers. And it is then that we go back to Cassiopeia, where we hear the sounds of a... What's Aisha's familiar? The sleepy rat.
It's... Aisha calls it a rat. It is a mouse. It's a cute little mouse. Aisha calls it a rat, though.
So
like, it's very small. It's very nice.
You hear a little squeak, 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 squeak. And then a light bite.
Aisha had been like full on like sleeping like this, just like very stiff, unmoving, barely like even breathing. Aisha opens her eyes. Where was Aisha bitten?
By the mouse?
Yeah,
like on the hand.
So like there's a rodent on me and very close to my face. Aisha's going to scream and just fling her arms about as she sort of like jolts up from the bed and launches her adorable little familiar across the dorm room.
Can you roll fight?
Oh no, I'm so sorry.
Does the mouse land on Claire's bed at least? Save the mouse.
Roll fight.
God. I
let me see
did not have my thing up. My fight, okay. I'm a scrappy teen, so I get a +1, but I only have a D6, so this is good news for my familiar who hasn't done anything wrong for real.
The familiar uses your stats.
Okay. I did roll a 4 on the die, +1 for a 5, so I'm
and
so sorry.
And Naji rolled a 5 +1 is a 6.
Awesome.
So you go to fling this mouse off, and it's just holding on for dear life. Squeak, 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 squeaky, squeak, squeak.
I very slowly place my hand down to like the corner of my bed, like as far away from me as it can get, and like allow my familiar to crawl off, and just say, "Hello, Nashi. I'm sorry. That was an overreaction."
Squeak.
Good morning, Nashi.
Squeak, squeak. And curls up on top of your uniform. It just starts to drift to sleep.
Oh no. Okay. And Naji will look around. Apparently there was a mandatory everyone in school has to be somewhere at 6 a.m. meeting today. Is that true? Am I in trouble?
Are you asking me, the GM, or are you asking the mouse?
I am asking the GM.
You are not in trouble because you have a medical reason.
Love that for us. Like, I think Aisha's going to like look towards like the far end of the dorm room where like light is pouring into the dorm. Aisha has bought like blackout curtains for like her side of the room, but like she just like looks over there, like shivers a little bit, and will, I guess, like begin to get ready to go down and one, get breakfast, and two, get a recap and figure out what exactly Aisha missed, like why everybody was getting up at. God, they really have the whole school have to be somewhere at 6 a.m. Like, not wake up at 6, like be somewhere at 6. That's, if I didn't have a medical reason, I wouldn't want to go, but it's fine. Like, she will get up, like do her morning stuff, sort of like go from her bonnet that she wears at night to her hijab, her long dress, and just it's a struggle. It is a struggle. It is morning. It's not 6 a.m., but it's still like the sun is just getting up. Everything in her body wants to fall asleep. But she pushes through and perseveres because this school does not do night classes. And if I try to go to class without breakfast first, it won't end well. So we go.
Anita, I want you to roll me a d4 really quick.
Oh.
And I'm really hoping that you get a certain number.
You want me to roll a 1, don't you?
No. Although that'd be interesting. No.
Oh, wait. Actually, I did roll a miss to fight my rat, so I get an adversity point. First thing in the morning.
This isn't a stat thing. This is a who shows up thing.
Okay. So, D4. Oh, besties. I, in fact, used up all of my luck to fight my rat. That is a 1. Plus 1. No, that's...
No,
it's not a brawn check. It's just a 1.
I'll let you re-roll it if you want.
Nox, you asked for a random roll. I want to see the consequences of my luck today. Please show me what happens next on a 1.
There's a knock at the door, a very prim and proper knock.
Oh, I drag myself to the front door and open it. It is very, very early, and I probably look like death, like just opening up my door, but who do I see in front of me?
And standing in front of you is Bella Flores, just standing there and going, Aisha?
I know this. You are the cop lady in town?
I am the mayor.
Cop lady's your sister. Y'all look a lot alike. I'm sorry.
We have different colored hair.
Yeah. I'm sorry. It's very early.
And also, the sister you're talking about is the head of your house.
I mean, it's very, very early. I'm so sorry. What can I do for you, Miss Mayor? In my room now.
I was just bringing you your Marigold is helping with something, and so is Lily, and so is Kala, and so we wanted to make sure that you have. Marigold worked on a new salve. She said it should be SPF 5000 for some sunscreen. And Lily has a new order of anti-necrotics for you.
Your 12-year-old baby sister engineered SPF 5000. Your family is so cool. I'm sorry. Thank you, Miss Mayor, for hand delivering this. I feel like this could have been done with magic. Am I in trouble? Did I get caught doing something?
Did you get caught? Well, is there something you could have gotten caught doing?
What? I'm sorry. Words are difficult today. I'm sure I meant the thing that makes less work for both of us first thing in the morning.
You charm or brains, you get a pick.
It's gonna be charm, besties. What do I have to meet or beat?
Let's see. She's gonna roll. Yeah. Okay. What is your charm?
My charm is a D20.
Okay, you have to beat a 17 because she rolled a 17 on brains.
It's fine. We can do this. Got all the bad luck in her coming to my door. Now I get some good luck. That's how karma works. Boom! Okay, so that was a 15. But I got adversity tokens. So I'm gonna spend 3 of them, and I have 1 left. And I'm going to convince her that it would be way more work for her to like investigate and figure out what mischief this high school foreign exchange student is doing than it would be to just be like, you know what? You actually did mean the thing that makes less work for the both of us. So that happens. All of my adversity tokens are gone before the big harrowing runaway fight. This is fine.
She kind of just looks at you and goes, "You know what? Callow's the deputy, not me, and my aunt's not here to tell me otherwise. So this sounds like a problem for anybody else, honestly. I just don't care enough to figure out what it is. You didn't break anything, to my knowledge. Um,
A mayor after my own heart.
yep,
Thank you
yeah,
so much, Mayor
no problem.
Flores.
No problem. You
Is there
should go meet
anything
with your
else you
team.
need from me?
No, but you should probably go meet with your team for the tasks tonight. Um, yeah,
Right.
and as she's saying
Like,
this,
I'm still. Oh,
a frog hops onto her shoulder, a nice golden dart frog, and just kind of looks at you.
right. I'm still a little bit confused on like the whole challenge thing. So like for Solstice, I get that there's like house points on the line, but
Hmm.
like we already did our finals, right? So like is this going to affect our final grades? Is this just like a fun thing that's happening?
Multiple things
You're
can be
not.
true.
I'm sorry. I
Mul-
I didn't hear.
yeah, multiple things can be true at once.
That doesn't answer my question. Thank you so much, Miss Mayor. I'm gonna grab some breakfast and meet up with my team.
Have a
Uh,
good day, Aisha. And she walks down. The frog kind of turns around on her shoulder and still looks at you, staring at you, not blinking, and just looks a little ribbit as she walks away. Kat, were you gonna meet Aisha to bring the food, or are you gonna wait till Aisha comes down for breakfast?
I think I'm gonna wait until Kat comes down. I assume that's gonna happen at some point. I was told to go make sure that make sure that Aisha was awake, but I think that Kat believes the best way to do that is to just wait until it happens naturally.
All right. Um. All right, Anita. Is there anything else you want Aisha to do while in the dorm?
um, I think Aisha's gonna like turn around. Is anybody else like in the dorm right now, or has everybody already been out and started their day?
People are just walking in and out, grabbing things. Talking about how excited they are for the solstice tonight. Um, how
Is
excited they are for the events.
is
You,
anybody else like? Oh,
I was gonna say, you probably hear your roommate, Claire, is probably being very boisterous and loud, like, Cassiopeia House, let's go! And she's also, running in and grabbing stuff. And
yeah. I think Aisha's gonna like smile at the sound of Claire's voice, um, and sort of like look around her and see if anybody else is clocking that the mayor came to the high school dorms. Uh, and like this isn't even her high school dorm that she's obsessed with. So like I'm just trying to clock everybody else and see if like this is as weird to them as it is to Aisha.
People are literally saying hi, just like, "Oh hey,
Okay.
Bella." Oh
Okay.
hey.
So this just hasn't happened in my year that I've been here, but like
Mm-hmm.
it'll happen.
It
And
it's not so much it hasn't happened in your year. It hasn't happened to you.
true, bestie. Yeah, that's
would,
facts. Bella's a
would
wee bit intense for Aisha with the
mm,
whole her house must be the best. So like that's a thing. Notes it uh and we'll move on. I think we'll sort of go to well, like you're my roommate, so I feel like when you're like coming in and out and in and out, I feel like once Aisha's ready, um, Aisha's going to like walk up to Claire and say, "Whew, that was a close one. I think the mayor is like a little bit onto us. It's fine. I was very smooth and deflected suspicion."
Good. Yeah. Uh-huh. Hopefully she didn't find the note.
Oh, there was a note?
I'm gonna be
I'm
I
sorry. And I feel like at this
Don't-
point,
No. Don't worry about it. It was just a really sweet, good job last night. You're that whole thing. Don't worry about it. And she just starts kind of rambling and lowering her eyes a little
uh,
awkwardly.
I feel like at this point, my familiar Nashi, who the last I saw of them, they were napping on my bed. But the next time I see them, they are like sort of peeking out of my purse with a handwritten note in between their teeth, and
squeak, squeak.
thank you, Nashi. Opens it up, like read the sweet note, sort of like, and says, "Claire, thank you so much. This is very sweet." And
So they wanted us to have breakfast early and meet with our teams and stuff, but I didn't want to wake you. I hope I wasn't like super loud this morning.
yeah, I think Aisha's just gonna pull you in and kiss you on each cheek. And
Yeah.
like Aisha's very affectionate with like a bunch of people that she's close to in like that sort of way. And she just says, "Thank you." The sunlight being up at dawn, actually painful. I
Yeah,
appreciate
I
you.
know.
Like, what do we need to talk about? It's a
I have no idea.
competition.
Yeah,
It's
I
sort
don't
of like
actually know.
we did finals, right? So they can't like it. This wasn't really in the syllabus. There wasn't a study guide. So I think we can just like wing it, you know?
I mean, yeah, we got to get on the same page with the others, though. Just they haven't told us anything about what the thing is, like what we're supposed to do. But I mean, I wouldn't mind hanging out with Meadow and Kat. Like,
Let's go find our fellow foreign exchange students. And
so as they're walking and talking, Claire says, "So, as the charming half of this dynamic duo, I need some advice. I might have accidentally challenged someone that I have a crush on and made a bet about like our team winning the competition. I also don't have any money, so I'm totally hoping that we win so he buys me dinner." Mm, I,
um
I, I'm really bad at flirting, and it just became super competitive, and I oh my god, I'm so terrible.
like Aisha had been like half-lidded, sleepy-eyed throughout like this entire exchange, and then upon hearing, I sort of like challenged this guy, and Aisha knows exactly what guy. Like Aisha, we're roommates, so like sheer proximity, Aisha knows. And like the there is a turn, like it seems like Aisha is finally waking up, and she says, "Claire, you finally asked him out?"
It was less asking him out and more like challenging him, and he's like super cool and actually like really good at a lot of stuff. So I mean, like, I believe in our team, but what if I like choke and actually like suck out there and let the team down? And oh my god.
Oh my god, you are so aggressive. I love you so much. One thing, first off, you don't suck, so you won't suck. You can't suck. You're Claire, the best room writer in the entire school. You're the best room writer in the entire school, and you learned what brooms were literally a year ago. You can mop the floor with anybody in this school. But now that a date is on the line, I actually have to like take this seriously. Okay, we'll figure out what it's doing, and we'll win the solstice race. Is this a relay race? I don't know what's happening. I was not
I don't
paying
even know if
attention.
it's a race. There's just challenges. There's things. I honestly, they didn't really tell us much. They gave us a speech before breakfast, and that was pretty much it. And then they said, go meet with your team.
Uh,
Ugh, this place is so frustrating.
Aisha is going to take Claire by the arm.
Mhm.
Like, just give like a good healthy squeeze, and just say, Claire, it's gonna be all right. We have gotten through a lot of wackier stuff than this. We are almost at our 1 year anniversary of being in this place. Nothing is gonna ruin it. Okay? It's gonna be a great, fun little winter solstice thing. It's gonna be good. I know you're nervous. That just means that you're Claire and you really care about winning. And that's something that I love about you. So I know it's nerve-wracking, but don't worry. Like, we got this, and you got the best foreign exchange students in the entirety of Las Estrellas on your team.
As they are walking to find the rest of their team, Claire just keeps mumbling to herself, like, why do I have to go and open my stupid mouth? And just like, as just
Yeah,
as they're walking.
It
like
is at this
Aisha
moment you run
is,
into the team.
yeah, Aisha is like, Aisha is like giving like gentle and corrective like phrases and being like, your mouth isn't stupid, your mouth has great ideas. Like, like maybe we can like shift how we like talk about ourselves, because like that's my best friend and my roommate. Don't talk
Okay,
trash
okay.
about her beautiful, very smart mouth. It's great.
Meadow
Okay,
Cat,
okay.
this is what you come across as your
I think
feet.
Kat just raises a singular eyebrow and just hands over a to-go container without a word.
Like, okay, so this is a big deal with Aisha, right? Usually by the time she gets down to the breakfast hall, the magic tables are very tired, and like the food that like they put out isn't like the fresh, like really good food that is like available first thing at breakfast.
The pancakes are
Um,
kind of gummy.
oh, and and
Oh.
still, like there are pancakes. There's like a strawberry sort of like syrup on top of them. Um, it is my favorite breakfast that you have absolutely nailed Catriona. And upon like seeing the to-go container, like smelling it in the air, like, and opening it up to see, oh my goodness, like pancakes, even if they're a little gummy, like very like some like pretty like kind of like cooling eggs, and like a few like links of like specifically like turkey sausage. She is going to do a deep inhale. Kitty cat, you shouldn't have. She is going to like go up to you and like just give you a very like big hug, like for like it seems like Aisha is energized, is having like a good morning. And it seems like you've made Aisha's morning. Thank you very much.
Well, I'm just trying to be a good teammate or whatever. Anyway. Anyway, we should like do this thing, right?
Oh, yes, speaking of teammate, good morning, Meadow. How did you sleep?
I slept fine. By the way, I got a warning that we're supposed to be good at running.
Oh no, I hate running. Quick, did you hear that? I say to my sloth.
Oh, God. Nox, the body work, it's incredible. I love you. Sorry.
See Claire look at the hummingbird on her shoulder with an apologetic look and just says, we're going real fast today. Sorry.
Tweet, tweet, tweet.
I'll make it up to you. I promise. I know, sweetie. Maybe stay in the dorms and relax, take a nap. I will be as calm and chill as you want after the solstice, I promise.
Tweet, 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 tweet,
tweet. Okay. And then she gives like kind of a gentle like kiss on top of her hummingbird's head. I'm so sorry.
Tweet.
All right, y'all. So on a bit of a more serious note, I was really looking forward to just like, yay, fun little end of the semester solstice thing. We've been here a year. Yeah, we'll do a little thing and it'll be fun and it'll be a good time. Now we have to win because Claire has a date with a cute guy on the line.
Well, on that note, congratulations. But also, I did sort of have a vision that the world might end today. So that is something to bear in mind as we go forward. Anyway, more about this date, Claire.
So, that really hot dodgeball captain, that's a member of your house, and that super epic duelist. These are
yes, I do in fact know this person.
Yeah. I kind of was trying to be smooth and instead aggressively made a bet and challenged him and said that our team would win. And yeah, I basically said, loser buys the winner dinner, and that's how you ask people out on dates, right?
That's fine, but what if neither of our teams win? Have you considered this eventuality?
No, because he's awesome and I'm awesome, and one of our teams will win.
You know, I like this positive attitude for you.
It'll probably be us, honestly. I think. I hope. I don't know. I think I messed up.
So, just as a side note, if you see like any broken mirrors or thorns, maybe like stay away from them.
Do you think the world will end and then I don't have to actually buy him dinner if we lose?
Is the buying really an issue, or is it like the?
Well, I mean, I don't. Knox, I need another clarification. Would Claire actually have money?
No.
Okay, so she turns to Kat and says, "I don't have any money, and also I don't know what I do on a date. What if I just embarrass myself in front of the really cool hot guy from your house?"
Well, cheer up. The world might end, and then you won't have to worry about it. If worse comes to worse, and the world doesn't end, then we can do some relationship coaching.
It is at this moment that, hey Anita, you get to pick octopus or platypus.
I am never going to pick octopus. You know this about me. So it's platypus. Of course, it's platypus.
It is at this moment that a platypus waddles over to all of you and floats up on a pile of lilies and opens its mouth. And you can hear a voice that is not
platypus.
And a
Lily the platypus. I'm sorry, I had to do that.
And you know what? The one shot's over. We're done. They all die at the end.
That was the true foretelling of their end.
And you hear a voice that you know to be Lily Forrest, again, the head of the school's voice. It seems that there has been an incident and that one of our teams has gotten food poisoning. So, in order to still have 3 teams, a few of our middle schoolers will be getting together and forming a team.
That seems wildly irresponsible.
I could still hear you, Kat.
I mean, I stand by that.
So,
I also question the wisdom in letting middle schoolers do this.
They're very qualified middle schoolers. Anyways, so the third team will now consist of Leo O'Hara, Ale Montoya, Elena Cuervo, and Marigold Flores.
You're making Goldie do it?
Stop calling my sister Goldie. Her name is Marigold. I'm not making her do anything. She's doing this of her own choosing. It was either her or Jeremy, and she decided, and they both agreed that she's the better twin. I don't have to explain myself to you. You're like a teenager, okay? This is what's happening.
Okay, but like the kid with the explosion cat, though, like, have you? Like, this kid has gone through like safety protocols with magic, right? He knows how to like not hurt people.
He is trained in fire safety.
I
all
feel
explosions were accidental and are apparently alleged. We literally do not have time for this. Okay.
Alleged?
Nobody has ever seen him, and him directly caused the explosion.
No one has ever seen him. That's a separate issue.
Okay, I'm sorry.
This is not the point. We don't have time for this.
I'm sorry, headmistress. You have a long day ahead of you. We got some preparing to do. I would love to know what the solstice competition is and how we win.
You win by getting through it in one piece with the most points and the fastest.
How do we get points? How do
You will
we
find out for each
keep
task.
ourselves in one piece? Okay, so it's like a pop quiz sort of thing?
Yeah, it's a play as you go.
Okay.
Also, due to the nature of magic, I didn't realize that we did not realize that you all probably wouldn't know that time does work a little bit differently, and that the sun sets even faster. So the sun sets in 3 hours. Okay, bye.
Oh, that is
And the
foul.
platypus flies away.
Oh, that's
Goodbye, platypus.
foul. I've lived in Alaska, and like this is worse than that. That is absolutely awful. Oh no. Wow. That's gonna mess with my internal clock for whoever knows how long. Ugh. It's fine though. Sunset in 3 hours.
Mhm.
Uh Gosh, I guess like Knox, we've been magic school students for a year. We know how to like prepare our magic energies
Mhm.
so our tanks are on full for
Mhm.
the competition.
Mhm.
Uh how does one do that?
You really all just take a break, which is what we're gonna do, as they all decide to sit, take a break, and relax. You all feel as if something is watching you and moving ever so closer to you. And with that, please make sure to educate, medicate, nutriate, hydrate, all the eights, and we'll see you all in 10 minutes. Make sure to take your meds on time, people. Don't forget to do it like I did.
And
So,
accompany it with approximately a gallon of Dr. Pepper.
no, I don't have a gallon. I have a 6-pack and I'm on the second bottle.
I feel like that's cumulatively a gallon.
I mean, it's. We don't have time
We
for this.
can't do this math right now. We do not have the time.
Nox, you are like off the screen, like
Am I
on
off
your
the
overlay. Yeah.
Okay, hold on.
You're
Let
just
me-
like, whoops. Camera. Yeah, just adjust that. Yay!
There
Now
we
we
go.
have our GM back.
Hi, everyone.
There you
Welcome
go.
back to our Las Estrellas one-shot for the solstice. We have our incredible cast and the characters that they are playing. So, we're going to do a bit of a time skip. Really quickly, we'll go around. Tell me if there's something you specifically wanted to do. You have 2 minutes in real life time to do it because Nox is bad at pacing. Tell me if there's something you wanted to do before the 3 hours where the solstice starts. And we're going to start with Sophia and Meadow. Is there something specific you wanted to do in those 3 hours?
If it already hasn't happened, she would definitely spend at least some of it like training evasion with Maxine. And she'd find some time to hang out with Asia.
All right. So we'll say the Rumi. What's your charm?
Oh, D8.
All right. Roll me your charm.
Got a 5.
Okay, that meets it. And roll me a magic die too, actually.
That's a 4.
So as you're working through the evasions, it's Max is kind of starting with lighter spells, right? So it's nothing that major. All it'll do is like turn you into a cat or something. And kind of you get hit a couple of times. Sometimes you can still feel like that urge to meow when you come back. Um, and but eventually you're getting the hang of it, and you're even able to, as you evade, start throwing some spells back. And at one point, she turns into a cat that still has wings and is flying. Um, and while you may not be a master of evasion at this point, um, I will give you a +1 ongoing to flight rolls for practicing, and you have definitely charmed Max. Seeing a little bit, she's a little bit flustered. He goes, that was really really good. You said you were good at this."
Thank you. I'm usually struggle a lot more at that. But yeah, thank you. You did good too.
Thanks. I still feel a little bit like I feel it's like I'm purring. Do you feel like you're purring? Like here, and she'll take your hand and hold it like right here. Like, does it feel like I'm purring? Like,
maybe a little. I'm not
Yeah.
sure.
yeah. But you did really good. We're just gonna end the scene there because they stay awkward at each other. And as you said, you wanted to hang out with Aisha. We'll go to Anita. Anita, is there anything you wanted Aisha to do during this time before hanging out with Meadow for a bit?
So yeah, like I think specifically like getting magic stuff up. Um, Aisha is going to pray. Aisha is Muslim. It's weird because like usually when she says the words, she like faces Mecca, and we're in a town outside of space and time. So who really knows where Mecca is for real, for real? But she gets down, like does her prayers, like has a mat and has like gotten a sort of small Naji-sized prayer mat commissioned as well for her rat because she could not have that rat like sleeping next to her during prayers. So like Naji has his own space now over there to like for prayer time and does that like feels like a little bit rejuvenated. Even though it is like sunlight and like having to prepare in the sunlight, is still like figuring out how to like get herself ready to do the things. And I think like we're all also getting ready to go home for winter break. Yeah. Like, so like is probably like packing up her stuff and will sort of like realize, oh, this is the last time I'm going to see a bunch of people in Las Estrellas for like the next 2 weeks or so. And specifically, like this the last time that like she's not going to be able to see Catriona for the next 2 weeks. And would probably like make a point in like taking off some time to find and just to find her. But yeah, like that's where Aisha is. I'm sure that like Meadow, you would definitely be able to find her like praying in her like pretty normal spot. Like would probably be have found a quiet place in her common room to like do her prayers. But yeah, you could find her in Cassiopeia House. I'm pretty sure that's my house, right? Cassiopeia.
Yes, you decided to stay in Cassiopeia. All right. Let's go because you mentioned Cat. Let's go to Cat. Cat, bye. And God, Julie. For those who don't know, I've pretty much been playing with Jilly for almost every week since July.
In fairness to you, Cat and Vi do share many traits.
You know why I said bye is because the fact is that your character's name is Cat, and it took me a second to realize that you didn't have a cat. You are Cat.
No, this time I decided to be the cat that I wished to see. which Sophia is also embracing, which I love. So as a philosophy, it's working out for me. So I take some time with Quick to see what kind of animal they feel like they would best be today for these challenges, because it is a consideration. For those who have not followed along, I currently have a sloth, but they're not always a sloth. So we go through like penguin, we go through like dragonfly. Now really the true game here is, what animals do I want to make Nox play? Because we can do the full old MacDonald had a farm here. But considering there's been some mention of running, we probably would want to go with something fast. Or at least, like, I'm trying to think of, I don't want to go cheetah. Cheetah's cliche. And my name is Cat, so that would just be too much. But I'm wondering if maybe dragonfly is the answer. They're fast, right? Someone Google this for me. And I think that this is something that they take the time to like sit down and talk about. Well, I say talk about. My familiar can't talk, so I am talking. It is a monologue.
Sloth noise.
Exactly. Insert sloth noises here. Yes, this stream, thank you, Critical Chit. The stream is brought to you by We Bought a Zoo. And Sophia suggests I get a horse, which is honestly not a bad idea. But anyway, we do have brooms though, so I guess anyway, this is not the point. After that, I think that Kat thinks about going to ask Aisha if they should do a blood ritual to try and clarify her vision. Oh yeah, we do blood rituals. That's the thing that happens. They're official rituals. Deeply academic in nature. And it decides against it, and so is probably around and eventually goes to hang out and tries to be really casual and just oh, I'm just coming to say hi or whatever before we go on our little thing. But I don't think Kat has anything else that she wants to do aside from familiar planning.
Okay. And let's go to Claire. And is there anything that Claire would like to do?
So Claire, first of all, is in her dorm, reassuring her very stressed out hummingbird that she's going to be okay, and is trying to convince her to take some time off, some self-care, and that she'll be back after the challenges, and she will do her best to take care of herself, and she loves Melody. Melody is the first friend that she had in Las Estrellas before she met everybody. So, she's trying really hard to talk things out with her sweet little hummingbird who cares about her so much. And then after that, she's probably gone and done some laps with Caesar, just to get warmed up and get ready and just go vroom, because Claire feels the most confident. After she figured out riding a broom and realizing that she was a natural at it, she feels more confident up in the air. So she will meet up with Caesar. And because she was told running away and moving quickly was should be something that she prepares for, she's very confident and emboldened and tries to prepare even more.
you're doing that. Caesar is also a whiz on the broom, but just not as fast as you. Um, and as you're finishing up and about to head back inside, he pulls up next to you and goes, "So, hmm, I mean, if you're gonna be paying, I kind of want to know like what kind of food you're interested in. Like, I don't want us to go somewhere where like you're paying and you don't like the food."
I mean, Las Estrellas doesn't really have that much for choosing, does it? Like I mean, I've been here for a year, but I haven't really had the chance to explore very much. Like, what would you suggest?
We have lots of different. We have lots of different things. Depends what you're interested in. I mean, since we're going, if you're into more like finger foods and like, uh, we've got if you're into sweets, we got like the panaderia. If you like, we have a good place that has lumpias. Love me a lumpia. Um, we have, but we have also places with like, pasta, pizza, lots of things that end
Mm.
in carne asada, mm, carne asada,
I
carnitas. I'm
mean,
just making myself hungry. The point is, we got lots of foods.
listen, I think that, I mean, we're teenagers. Let's just go for
We
something
got adobo.
greasy and unhealthy while we still can. And she kind of she smiles like, yeah, I don't know. I guess if I'm picking the place, uh, ooh, dessert sounds really nice. Actually, you know what? I love a good dessert place. Maybe
Okay.
we could go for some ice cream. Maybe a milkshake with 2 straws.
All right. That and he kind of gets a little bit flustered for a second. He goes, "Yeah, I could definitely get into that." Um,
Uh, and then she says, "You'll have to win that, though. You'll have to earn it, and I'm not going to make it easy for you." And
you
she
wouldn't be
just,
you if you did.
mm, yeah, and then she walks away.
All right. Um, I'm gonna say you all respectively do your hanging out, um, so that we can actually do the tasks this episode. Because Jilly knows how off task and how long I can stretch an episode.
We're 2.5 hours in and we haven't started, almost 2.5 hours in. We haven't started the
But
challenges yet.
I'm so bad at pacing. So it's the stars are now out. The sun is down. And everyone is gathered on the top of the school, overlooking trees, the greenhouse, flowers everywhere, and everything is bright underneath the new moon, but the stars in the sky. And we have the three teams standing next to each other, and Bella goes forward. Thank you, everyone, for joining us for tonight's solstice. As you know, Las Estrellas would be nothing without the stars that guide us, the stars that provide for us, and the stars that provide us with our magic. This is the day, the one day out of every year where we are closest, where our community and the stars truly are one. And to do that, we show the excellence that has been provided to us through a series of 3 tasks. And you all, Jilly, actually, odds or evens.
Odds.
Kat, you feel something, and it kind of sets you on alert a bit. You don't get it. You get a flash of something slithering across the ground, but you don't get a closer glimpse. And Bella smiles and goes, "Nothing shows our excellence more than a series of tasks demonstrating our abilities. The first task is simple. Don't get caught. Don't be touched. Whoever manages to evade their opponent most cleverly wins this round." And then you all start to feel this, you're being watched by something. And you can feel the earth tremble as, am I gonna actually fucking call it? Yep, I'm just gonna do it. As you hear something slithering across the ground, and then a low as a giant snail approaches the building.
Okay, I would like
Now,
to not be here.
now, when you say giant snail, are we talking like big for a snail? Are we talking like a snail the size of the castle? What are we looking at here?
As it's approaching the castle, it is the size of the castle. Like, trees are moving out of the snail's way, but the closer it gets, it starts to shrink in size until it's about the size of a horse.
I have to shout out critical shit in the it cures what snails, yeah.
Uh,
Oh my!
I feel like they should get a point for that.
uh,
I don't know
Point
what the
to pick your house. So the three teams are then transported to the ground level as everyone else stays on the roof. And the snail divides into three horse-sized snails.
No, thank you.
So they're big snails, but they're still like snails, right? They look slow.
It's a snail. It's a snail with magic.
I want to use create salt. I don't know if that's a spell, but I want it.
wow, that's a whole thing.
I'm gonna make a salt.
They can't catch me if they're burning.
Yeah.
That's a great idea. I'm with it.
I used to live on the ground floor. I learned things.
Roll me fight.
Could hold on. Let me see if I can assist. I want to help Kat. Hold on.
Sophia, what do you want to do?
Honestly, I thought I would be the one to come up with a way to fight it. But I think Meadow is going. I want to basically create a patch of ice to slide away on.
It's for you to slide away on.
Yes.
All right. So Meadow, roll flight. Jilly, what did I tell you to roll?
You rolled. Oh, fight? Sorry. You said I was supposed to roll fight, right?
Yeah,
so that's a D10.
Fight. No, you roll fight.
fight. So that's a 9.
Did you roll your magic die?
What is that?
It's a 4.
No, I didn't, but I will find it. 2.
Also, we're fighty teens, so we get a +1
That's
because
true.
we're
we
fighty
get a
teens.
+1. How much
On a
salt do I make,
12.
Nox?
On a 12, you all watch Sophia roll for Meadow. Plus your magic dice, which is a d4.
So I got a 3. I got 2 3s. The +1 for the flight, and then the other +1. So I have 8.
You create a patch of ice. The problem is that the salt starts sticking to it, so it is not the
Sorry.
the salt starts sticking to it, and then you ice over the salt,
What?
and you start to slide away. And then the snail starts to slide, following you as it's burning the salt.
I would like to create a dome over the snail, like a force field to keep it from moving. And
from moving.
Yeah.
Bumpers, as it were.
Yeah, just
turning the snail
from...
into a bumper car.
No, this is bowling. We're bowling.
The snail.
Look,
roll.
I can slow them down.
Roll charm for me. Hey, Anita, what does Aisha want to do?
Okay, it's a charm. I thought it would be a grit. I'm sad. Okay.
I'll let you roll grit.
Like, but yeah. Okay. Sweet. I have a +1 for my. Can I get on my broom to do this?
If you wish.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it from up high because that's where Claire is most confident. Okay. Numbers are hard. Please hold. Okay. Oh, is that including the magic die? Whoop.
You're using
Yeah.
so did you use your magic die?
Oh, I only rolled a 1 on a magic die. That's a 17 on my grit.
Really quick, Anita, is there anything you want Aisha to do here?
Aisha is looking on in awe at Kat, just being like, God, that was such a clever idea. That's also metal as fuck. Just Aisha's a little starry-eyed right now. Would be like, gosh,
Walking down Aisha.
I think Aisha needs to I think Aisha would focus up and be like, okay, let's take stock of the situation. Where are all of the snails? Like, it looks like one of them is covered. Are the other 2 going after the other team? How are the other teams doing? Like, trying to assess the situation a little bit.
Okay.
Elle has also made an excellent point in chat, which is that while snails are nocturnal, this one is nocturnal.
Oh, get out!
Thank you, Elle. Very genius.
So, Anita, is Aisha doing that, or is Aisha just staring at Kat?
Aisha pulls herself away from looking at Kat and will take in what's happening around. Like, okay. How are the middle schoolers doing?
Roll brains.
Okay. Here we go. I hope the middle schoolers aren't like getting body slammed by essentially a Pokemon. They have like a Pokemon that's basically a grass snail now. It's really cool looking. I digress. I need to roll brains. What is that die? Okay, pretty brainy. That's a D10. Besties, that's an explosion. We roll
Yeah.
again. Oh my god, that's another explosion.
Oh dear.
And that's a 1. So a 21 on a 21 to see how the competitors are doing.
So Claire forms, essentially turning the snail into a bowling ball of bumpers that's going down this alley of ice.
No.
And I'm gonna roll to see which team this screws
I
over.
honestly love this for us. I'm sorry to the other team.
And it crashes into Leo,
Yes.
who is trying to melt the ice. And this snail crashes into Leo right as another snail comes from behind and just walks over Marigold.
Get wrecked, twerps. This is a high schooler's game. I'm sorry. That's competitive, Anita. Aisha's very concerned about
I
the
mean,
children.
we did say that Marigold shouldn't be here, but also get wrecked, Marigold.
The Maxine, who would usually be fine, was flying above the snail, kind of taunting it. And then the salt started raining from the sky.
Like snow.
And Maxine got hit by some salt into their snail. And Caesar, in an effort to pull her away from the snail, got covered by the snail as well. And their teammates are attempting to assist them. Everyone was consumed by their snail except for you all. You are the winners of the first task. Because I genuinely can't think of anything weirder than what you all came up with.
I feel like I'm proud of what we've accomplished here.
Claire looks over her shoulder to see how the other teams are, and she just smiles.
There's a giant announcement, booming voice, as because she hasn't done anything this entire episode. Kala announces, "Well, it seems that we have, team number 1 is currently in the lead, consisting of Catriona, Meadow, Claire, and Aisha, with an excellent handling of the elements and force fields and salt. But hey, there's 2 members of my team on my house on that team, so go team." We will retrieve the fallen the slimed students and then continue with our second task. And there's a quick break as they pull Marigold and Leo out from under the snails and Caesar, and they unsalt Maxine, and
I think Kat does feel a little bit bad, so she will help heal anyone who is like actually damaged from it. I mean, the salt shouldn't hurt the humans that much, maybe with the exception of the one that got conked on the head with it.
It's mainly that it's hard to fly when there are projectiles coming from the sky.
Yeah.
So nobody was hurt from the soul, and the snail was harmless.
Salt-based sky is accurate.
Salt-based sky. And now we get to the second task. And you stand in front of a large... You stand in front of the greenhouse entrance.
Oh, I forgot something. Because I was on my broom, I can give... What was it? I can give an ally an adversity token if I succeed on my roll, which I did. Can I give Aisha an adversity token?
Yes, you can.
Okay. Sorry, I just forgot about that.
I need to remember that those exist.
All right. With that, the middle schoolers, because they were the first team, are now eliminated. It is now 2 teams left, the 2 high school teams. The middle schoolers did their best. They tried. The next task has you in front of the garden, the garden/greenhouse. And Calla speaks again. This next task will require each of your team members to find a rose. A glowing rose in this greenhouse maze. This may seem like a simple task, but don't worry, we all added something in there, just to make it a little more challenging. Blink and you'll miss it. Or don't. And just clarification, you each have to find a rose. Whichever team makes it out with all of their roses first will be the team to move on to the last task. With that said, are you all ready?
Let's go.
All right.
We got this.
Yeah.
Is there room for Claire to get on her broom to get like a bird's eye view of all of the roses?
I also have a dragonfly that can help.
Yeah. Aisha
Roll
just
charm, each of you.
Oh boy.
This is gonna because it's inside of a greenhouse. I'm gonna say difficulty is 15.
You also
magic
Meadow,
die?
don't you have a burb, don't you?
Yeah, Meadow has an owl.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
Okay.
milkshake might help.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Roll charm to see if your owl will help you.
Oh, I'm not very
Oh,
charming.
yeah, there we go.
I rolled a 6, but I maxed out on my magic die. Does that also explode or just the
Yes,
main
magic
die?
dice explodes.
Okay. I rolled a 3 on a d6 for charm, but I rolled a 2 on my magic die.
Okay.
Am I also rolling the magic die for?
No, because you're trying to talk to your
Okay.
familiar.
Well, I rolled a 2, so.
Is this?
So,
Oh. Okay. No, never mind. I'll do it next time. I have a.
So
Okay, never mind.
You're in a greenhouse where the flowers really just go to the ceiling, and it's really hard to get over to look. Milkshake might have been able to see something if they had cared enough to actually listen to you, but they didn't. But as for the dragonfly and as for Claire, you're not really able to get a good glimpse. You can just see that there are, in fact, glowing objects in the greenhouse.
She just yells out, I wish I'd paid attention in magical plants in herbology class. Ah, I can't see anything. Aisha, can you help?
If anybody wants to roll brains and gets a 12 or higher, I'll give you a hint.
Yeah, I think Aisha's just gonna be like, it seems like a game of hide and seek. Like, it was tag first. This is hide and seek, basically, but for wizards. We'll just try to find. We'll try to find, like, the maze. We could, like, go violent with it and try to, like, burn through the foliage.
I mean, that makes it faster for us, but it also makes it faster for everybody else.
Yeah. Like, so,
We don't want
well,
to accidentally burn the things we're looking for.
I mean, Nox, does that brains roll invitation include me, or is that just for
It
Aisha?
includes everybody.
Because I rolled an 18, and I think
Oh, okay.
that I turned to Aisha and I'm like, that's a good idea, though, making everybody else's life harder. And while we are doing whatever we do next, I want to create like 30 little glowing things in the sky. Like, I'm creating light pollution in this maze, but I am able to identify what mine are. So it's light pollution for everybody else, which will slow everybody else down, is my thought.
Okay. All right. Um, so I'm gonna have you roll to create those in a second. I'm going to tell you what you realize with that brains roll, though. Okay.
Okay.
With that brains roll, you remember something that you had heard on your tour of the school when you passed through the greenhouse. And what you know is that there is a circle of flowers planted for every member of the Flores family except for Marigold. And so every one of the Flores sisters except for Marigold since Rosa's time. So the outer layer, and as you notice this, say that you notice it, you are surrounded by belladonna, by calla lilies, and by regular lilies. And then next are gardenias, and then next so on, so on, so on. Realistically, because you're looking for roses, you would have to go straight to the center of the maze. So it gives you a better idea of where to not waste your time looking.
Sure.
Yeah. So go ahead and roll. I'm gonna say charm for
I'm
your.
not good at charm.
All right. Well, is there anything else you can think of? You might need to roll for that.
No,
You could
I'm
roll
not
for
saying
that?
I shouldn't roll it. I'm just saying I'm not good at it. So that's a 3 on the d6 and a 1 on magic.
I was gonna say your thing was gonna be a 7.
Oof.
Oof.
That was oof.
I would like to help.
Go ahead. How are you helping?
I think that, like, upon, like, seeing Catriana, like, go with the idea and, like, expand on it to be like, oh, we can make everybody else's life harder, and then just, like, make these incredible, like, brilliant glowing lights and, like, begin, like, spreading them and, like, trying to, like, form them and spread them throughout, and there's just something that's, like, not clicking about the spell, not making it blend in as seamlessly to everything else. And I think Aisha at this point realizes, oh wow, I think I'm a little bit in love with you. And she'll say that out loud.
Don't look like she won't. Oh. Oh, I'm not muted.
I feel like that is pretty much like the timing is just like,
And
can we like
I will, and with that, I'm spending one of my adversity tokens and one of my tokens because I am a loyal friend. It equals +2 to your roll, so you get +2 to that.
three,
Helping.
4,
Yep,
5,
that gets you a 7.
It does not. I rolled a
3
4.
plus 1 plus
Is
4
4 plus 3
plus 4.
plus what?
What?
I
What?
have to I have
2
2
plus
adversity
the 1 on my magic die plus the
Mhm.
3 on my d6 is 6.
Okay.
Yeah, but
well,
Anita's count for 2.
That was included in the 6.
okay. Well, I have 1 more adversity point token, so I'll
Do
empty
it.
it out. And
I do appreciate also, I'm going to just give you both also an adversity token for the fact that you really could have just been like, okay, Knox, and you just got with it, but you were like, no, wait, your math is wrong.
I mean, I think I was fundamentally offended by the idea that I couldn't add those numbers together, which is hilarious because you've played with me before and I've failed at far easier math in the past.
Hey, let's go get those flowers because I got to paste this back.
This is
Yeah.
deeply girl math of me. Our beloved producer is correct.
Meadow will actually go inside to look for the roses.
All right, how are you looking for the roses?
Well, let's see. I like. There's light pollution now. I don't. I was
like
trying to think first.
we all know that like Kat told us that like it would be in the center. We should look there first, right?
Yeah, Kat would have shared that.
I shared that, yeah, for sure.
Okay.
Okay,
Cool.
so Meadow is going to go right for the center. I guess, is anybody else going for the center? Is anybody from the other team going for the center?
Odds or evens?
They're all distracted by the light that
let's
Aisha
go
made happen
odds.
for me.
Nobody else is going for the center yet.
Okay.
Oh.
You know why? Because of the power of love.
You see that Maxine is kind of just like and flying all over the place as she looks at the shimmering lights.
I guess, what do I know about? Do I know anything about glowing roses? Can I like try a brain check to see if I know anything about them?
About growing roses?
Like glowing roses.
You can brain check.
That's a 4.
They're plants. They need water.
Okay, yeah. I was just wondering if I knew like how they glow, if like why they glow.
Oh, that well, I mean,
if you say the words because of magic, Knox, I'm going to be so entertained.
That was what I was going to say.
Honestly, with a 4, that's valid.
Yeah.
I feel like you should get an adversity token out of that, though.
Go ahead and grab an adversity token.
Meadows just like seems magical. Checks out.
Yeah. Okay. Then in that case, I think I'm just going to. I want to try to make them glow brighter in their bush.
All right.
So that I can find them.
Go ahead and roll.
You have to sing the song from Tangled. Flower gleam and glow. Something.
If you do that, I'll let you roll whatever you want.
I don't
If you
remember
just
the
sing
lyrics.
the first line, I'll let you roll whatever you want.
Yeah, I don't know the first line, so
Flower,
sorry.
gleam, and glow. Something, something, shine. Something, something, something. Bring back what's was mine.
It's 4, 9, 7.
I
Oh
feel
my
like that's
God,
the
Jill.
help action. We can like
You know what? Yeah, because Julie did that, I'll let you roll whatever you want. Just roll something.
Flower, gleam, and glow.
Okay.
I could do the Mandy Moore voice. Flower, gleam, and glow.
Let's not get demonetized.
Oh, you can't trademark her voice. It's not that close.
Let's see. That is a 9.
All right, you,
Our producer knows the lyrics.
the four of us, the four of you are watching as Meadow kind of hunkers down, and you can hear this song in your head. You're not sure where it's coming from, and the center roses start to glow, and they actually start to float around you all, and they start to twirl around and start moving closer to you all as they twirl around Meadow, and one lands in her hair as if they're swept up by a breeze that has a distinctly rose scent, rosy scent to it, as they each touch one at a time on your heads. And how it goes, I guess they're the. How did you? You know what? Winners again. Team number 1.
They seem unflatteringly not impressed by this.
I'm just confused how you all did that. I'm going to be honest. That's very impressive. Um, Team number 1, congratulations. You have made it to the final task. And everything kind of seems to dissolve around you all. And on the you're back on the roof. And there is a giant mirror in front of you. Team number 1, Bella starts. You have all made it to the end of the solstice tournament. You were the last team standing, but winners are not determined just by beating everyone else. They also have to stand up to themselves. When you go through this mirror, you'll find what you fear the most. And when you leave, only after defeating that will you become victorious.
I feel like at first, Aisha is so impressed at her talented friends, like being able to summon like roses from the center of the labyrinth, like doing all of this cool shit to just basically body these tasks. And then there's a mirror in front of us, and my and the love of my life now apparently has been talking all day about like the apocalypse happening
That is
with the
true.
mirror. So I think Aisha is just gonna be like, actually, could we like not? Is there anything else that we could like do, or like any other reflective surface? Could we like go to the lake
The
and look
mirror
at
walks
that?
closer to you.
Oh,
Mm.
hate that. Well,
Yeah.
this mirror is broken. Was it this mirror that was broken, Knox, in my dream vision thing? Or was it just
It looks similar. It looks similar, but not exactly the same.
okay? I say we go through the mirror because it's following us.
And as you say that, you see behind you all, it kind of gently nudging you towards the mirror. Or they're not walking, but they weren't there before until you turn around and you see angel statues like this.
Oh no! This is the worst thing.
What in the Doctor Who?
Exactly. You've unlocked my true fear.
Yeah, I think.
Blinking. Oh, the freaking blinking. Don't blink. Oh my god. How did I not see that coming?
I
Go
I
inside. The night is almost over. We have very little time.
Yeah, Meadow will go through the mirror.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess.
Claire looks very concerned, but she is right behind like Aisha and Meadow and Kat. She's like, guys, don't go too far.
And as you enter the mirror, you find yourself. Everything smells like earth. And you reach your hand to the side, and the walls feel weird until. Oh, that's a skull.
Mm,
And you realize that you are in the catacombs. And
great.
as you walk through, you hear. I told you to run.
Oh no!
Oh god, it's the
Oh
creepy
no!
doll.
No! Oh no! Is this the voice Knox? Speaking as Anne the super fan, is this the same voice?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Sorry,
The
I just
third
had a moment.
task is a haunted house. This is different. I know how you win at tag, and I know how you win at hide and seek. I don't know how you win
Everyone
at
roll
haunted
grit.
houses.
Oh, but I'm so bad at grit.
Guess who's got a D20 in grit?
I'm the worst.
Is
That's
this
the worst.
is this a magic dice situation, or is it just our own?
It's magic dice because it involves your magic.
Okay, wait, it's not the worst one. It's just almost the worst one.
Okay, it's fine. Now would be a really good time for. Okay.
7 plus 4 is 11, but my magic die explodes. Do I re-roll it?
Yes, you re-roll your magic die.
Okay.
Hey, Sophia, what'd you roll?
Well, I mean, I got 5 out of my magic dice. I did explode on that and then rolled a 1. However, I rolled a 1 on my d12.
That's not great.
All right.
Does my spell singer work here? Spell slinger.
I will let it.
Which would give me a +3 to the negative number.
I will let you.
To reduce how bad my negative is.
I cumulatively rolled a 19.
Okay. And Anita?
Yeah, that was an 11 total.
Okay. So
17 for
what
me.
were we trying to meet or beat?
you were trying to meet a 10.
Okay.
Oh.
So Kat and Claire keep walking like nothing happens. And Aisha, you start to feel. You get a glimpse back to a moment at a party, to a bite on your neck, and to a feeling of something leaving you in that moment. As you watch as Meadow falls to one knee and starts aging a bit in front of you.
I'm a healer. Can I, like, heal you of your oldness?
I'm not sure that's how aging works, but give it a shot.
Well, it isn't supposed to work like this either.
I told you to run.
Okay. Well, we maybe should talk and run
Yeah.
is what I'm getting.
I think like as soon as Aisha notices Meadow has collapsed and is not doing well, she is going to run up to Meadow, get down on her knees, and be like, "Bestie, it's okay. We're here. The house is scary. There's a creepy little girl's voice. I get it, but we're here, right? I'm here. We're okay." What's happening? What am I seeing on my friend's face?
Meadow just looks like she's getting really tired.
Am I able to get Meadow on my broom and essentially like help her move?
You absolutely can.
I will
Because
do
the mirror is
this.
starting to follow you from behind, and cracks are starting to appear in it. Now would be a good time to run. Run.
Wait,
You
is
don't
the
gotta
voice,
tell us.
is the voice coming from the mirror, or is
It's
it
coming from
just
in front of you.
in front of us? Okay.
Follow me.
It-
We're almost out of
okay.
time.
Yeah, Aisha mounts her broom and is like, "You don't gotta tell me twice, creepy little girl voice in the death catacombs. Let's go." I think she'll try to like stay near Meadow and just like try to continue talking with her and like keep her around for as long as possible so that she doesn't drift further wherever she's going.
And as you're all going, Cat, for a second, you feel the cool touch of glass, and then the mirror shatters a bit more behind you.
Uh-huh.
And then you just hear Bella's voice. You have done such a great job, and you have made it so far. Your magic will continue to serve a great purpose for us here at Mas Estrellas.
Can I fireball the mirror?
Go ahead and fireball the mirror.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not sure whether we should try and get through it before it disappears, or
Do you want to vibe check the mirror?
I want to vibe check the mirror.
Vibe check the
I'm
mirror,
carrying-
friends. All right,
I'm
let's go
I'm carrying-
quickly.
I'm
got a
carrying
13.
Meadow on
You
my
got a
broom.
15?
Like, yeah.
13.
A 13. Okay.
That's it's good. I've rolled 3 4s on my magic die.
Okay.
So that's a 24.
You want to stay away from the mirror.
Okay.
The mirror is where the bad is.
Oh, okay. Away from the mirror. Mirror bad.
They're very bad.
Mirror
mirror
bad,
is
creepy
melting
girl
away
voice good?
into the mirror of
Maybe.
your dreams. It starts following you and chasing you. As Meadow turns to fireball it, it starts cracking and cracking and then shatters. And then, reaching through a piece of shattered glass, crawls out Califlores. Your magic will serve us well. You've all done such a good job.
No. to this whole thing.
The hell?
Yeah.
I do protection magic. That's my thing. I want to protect this woman. I want to protect this woman so much that she'll never be able to move or dig herself out of a block of diamond ever again.
You want to protect her from herself?
I want to protect her from everything, and I want to protect us from her because it seems bad.
Go ahead and roll really quick. Go ahead and roll.
Yeah. I think Aisha's on the same thing. She's on like the blocker's broom. She has the guardian feet. She wants to like turn around because like Claire and Meadow's not doing good. Claire is like doing evac work. I would also like to help out with the putting up blocks to separate
Go ahead
us
and roll.
from the mirror.
What did you
I
get,
don't
Julie?
know. I don't know what that is.
I rolled brains, which I don't know if there's the correct thing.
That
But
works.
I want to spend like all the things because YOLO. But I rolled an 18 cumulatively.
Okay.
I think at this point, Claire is just focused on flying really fast, like away from the mirror. She's like, we just got to get out of here. And she's taken off. That's a kid in high school.
As Kat and Aisha turn, your magic feels like it's being stronger as you two both put these blocks, and you watch as Kala starts to turn into diamond, and it crawls up her body, and she is pure diamond. And you see a pink tinge to this diamond, and when you turn around, Claire, Broom almost hits them as you see you see Marigold, and then you see Marigold standing over her. It's time to go home. You can come back someday when it's safe. But it's not safe anymore. It's time to go home.
What about my friends?
It's time for all of you to go home.
And then she looks at Meadow, who is also on her broom. And she says, I guess I'll see you later? Even though she really does not want to go.
I will leave the memories of each other. But you can't know about Las Estrellas until it's safe again. But you'll know each other. And you'll find each other. I'll make sure of that.
Promise?
The stars will always guide you home, Claire. They'll always guide you to each other. Just close your eyes.
Claire closes her eyes.
I think Kat holds out her hand to Aisha.
Aisha's a little floored about like what just happened because like that was the head of my house, and I don't know if she can usually turn into diamond and like come out of that and be fine. We may have killed one of the head of the houses. That's fine. It's fine.
As if she can read your mind, she goes, she's still alive.
Oh,
and she
great.
will break out someday. And
oh,
until
no.
then, by then you need to be gone.
Kat looks a little upset by that information.
She has to. The future has already been written.
In season 1.
School of the Stars.
I was
school
really hoping I
sucks.
would mess up your continuity.
Nope,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna let that happen.
It has
So
to be
I-
mentioned. It has to be mentioned the one time she turned into Diamond, please, for me.
I will do that in season 2. We're
Okay.
out of time.
Yeah.
And
I sort of like get that information, see like Kat's hand like outstretched to me, and I grab it and honestly like pull her in very close because this is scary. This whole thing was incredibly scary. Um, and like I close my eyes and I like huddle very, very close to Kat as whatever happens is about to happen.
Meadow, you see a distant flickering light, and then a firefly comes and rests on your shoulder. And you are all consumed by the starlight as roses turn around and you dissolve into starlight and rose petals. And you each wake up. You wake up in your beds, as you have every day. And you all have a message on your various devices. Hey, don't forget about the hangout. Um, don't forget about the group call this week. Love, Goldie / Rose. And that is where we are going to end the one shot. Thank you
Also,
so-
my
having
dragonfly
feelings.
is a sloth again for continuity.
Thank you so
I'm
much for
having
everyone for
feelings.
watching. We are going. Thank you so much for everyone for watching. I'm sorry that we ran over a bit. So really quickly, my amazing cast is going to introduce themselves, who they played, and then I'm going to tell you where you can find them. I'll have some announcements, and then we are going to wrap up. So with that said, we're going to start with Sophia.
Hi, everyone. I am Sophia, also known as Nerdy Teddy. You can find me both on Twitter and Blue Sky as Nerdy Teddy. And you can usually find me over at Nerds with Dice. Got a few last little special holiday treats that'll be coming out later this month, including a solo game, pre-recorded solo game from me, from Void AM. So that should be a lot of fun. And I will be on Lost Caravan on the 11th for the Haunting of Duncan Hill. I think that is, yeah. No, it's the 12th, A Haunting of Duncan Hill on the 12th, and then the 15th for Lancer. So come check those out and hang out. And Nerds with if you have any games you want to run, Nerds with Dice. It's always looking for more indie games and stuff, and you can come check that out and get a game in for 2024.
All right, and next is Jilly.
Hi, it's me. I am Oh Look It's Jilly on most internet sites, and I have been your cat today. You can find me on the internet talking about things. Here, I will be back on the 10th. I want to say it's the 10th. I will be running a holiday themed game of dialect. So it will be like Dialect North Pole Edition, which some very fun people are taking part in. I'm very hyped. It's going to be awesome. I will also be in a game on Live from the Apocalypse later this month, which technically hasn't been announced yet, so I'm not totally certain. The casting call went out, it was public, but it exists, and stay tuned to the internet if you would like to see what it is. All I'm saying is holidays in space are pretty fun. And You can also find me occasionally on Sword and Key. I just did a 2-episode stint on their Humblewood campaign as a guest character. I was a hummingbird. It was great fun. My name was Bobby. And you can also find me on Exquisite Corpse Presents very often. We are on hiatus right now, but in January we'll be picking back up with Kel's Kitchen, which is a game of Ready, Set, Bake, where I play Muriel, the retired librarian. And I think that's all for me right now, but come check me out and watch me rant about Oxford commas and also T and also TTRPGs.
Next is Nam.
Hi. Wow. Okay. I have a lot of feelings about things. You can find me on Twitter at XO_girlwonder. All of my links are in chat as well. You can find me on this channel again. What date is that? Next Sunday. Yes, December 9th. Is that what the date is? December 9th. Yes, I will be playing a holiday themed game of Pasión de las Pasiones with Diana Moon as the facilitator of that game. So that's going to be really fun. I have a lot of stuff going on that I will post on Twitter if you are curious about it, because I can't remember things right now. So that's it for me.
And Anita.
Anita. Hey, everyone on the internet. My name's Anita. I have been Aisha Safar. She's a vampire, not a vampire. Like, she's been afflicted with a mild case of vampirism. I'm not sure if that was stated at all. But she's gonna not have access to her anti-necrotics anymore because she doesn't know what magic's happening. So that'll be fun after a time skip. Oh gosh, so many questions. Nox, I had such a fun time. Thank you for allowing me to come back and put my grubby little fingers on your world again. My name is Anita. You can find me at Anita the Lesbian on the Twitters and on the TikToks. You can find me on the Girls Run These Worlds YouTube, where we're doing our first simultaneous premiere of a Twitch and YouTube show at the same time. You can be in the Twitch comments, type in your little comments on what's happening, and you can be in the YouTube comments as well. It's dealer's choice, really. But yeah, I am on the Masks Freezer Burnt thing. The Masks Freezer Burnt campaign that is rolling out now, and I'm pretty sure we are very close to the finale. So yeah, I'm pretty sure that it's either today or tomorrow that it comes out.
I've got you.
Nox got me. Nox has always got me, and that's what I appreciate about Nox. Our lovely, incredible, and very talented game mistress. Nox, I toss it back to you. Take it away.
Hi everyone, my name is Nox Kiros. My pronouns are she, her, and today I was many people all at once. And so thank you so much for joining us. You can find me on Monday over on my friend Asynthetic 20's channel, where I am going to be part of a world building stream for their Queensgate campaign that's going to be starting next February. I'm very excited about it. I get to help get my grubby little hands all over Sin's world. And if you've seen me, Sin, and Julie interact in Mask the Puzzle Project, you'll understand exactly how chaotic me getting my grubby little hands all over things it can get. And then Wednesday, maybe this Wednesday, but definitely the Wednesday after, I'll be on the initiative order for Game of Inferno. We're almost done with our campaign. We literally have to finish by next month for reasons for a cast member. And so we're like in the 8th circle of hell at this point. I befriended the Minotaur. I hugged the Minotaur. I killed Medusa. I am thriving. You know, my husband's no longer in hell, so everything is fine. And that's really what I have going on right now. So please put me in things. Please cast me in things. I want to be in your things. Also, the fact that Anita's in the Mask campaign, that's GM'd by our very own Allie, who was in School of the Stars. So just everything is connected. With that said, tomorrow at noon, we have the holiday one-shot Great Winter Bake Off, which is run by Angela. Sunday at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time is Mask Freezer Burn Episode 5, which will be streaming on both YouTube and Twitch at the same time, like Anita said. And Tuesday at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we have another holiday one-shot, which is a Narnia-themed Wonder Home game run by Ella. And we are going to be rating our very own Fusta. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining us for today's winter one-shot. Thank you for letting me come back to Las Estrellas. Magical schools are for everyone. There's a little bit of starlight and magic in each and every one of you. And you can all be part of magical school. Because fuck turfs and magical schools are for everyone, even when the staff is trying to kill you.